What part of your personality do you fake? Extraversion. I'm a middle school teacher. I, too, get paid to be an extrovert. I'm an assistant instructor here, aka paid extrovert. Bartender here. How much money I make is directly linked to how much of an extrovert I can be. Same, salesperson here. If I don't make an attempt to gain new customers and be extroverted, I also won't make money. My job drains so much out of me on the weekends. Usually I just try to hide at home and be as antisocial as possible. I often have to fake emotional responses to meet people's expectations, especially when someone says they miss me a lot, or even just saying I love you, and I know I have to say it back even if I don't feel anything. I feel that. In general, I don't miss people. I never lead with I missed you. For me it's always I missed you too, and it always feel like it's a lie, and I feel bad about lying. It's so strange to me when people can sense a gap in their life for me, and I just can't manage to return that feeling. I like them and love them and empathize with them fine. I just never feel that longing for them to be around. Edit, and it's not as though I don't get lonely, but I chalk that up to a general lack of company. This is exactly what I'm trying to express. Sometimes you don't need people in the same way they need you. It's not that you love them less, but you love them differently, and there's no point in hurting their feelings by not saying I miss you too. I'm a black guy who has no discernible accent. I code switch all the time depending on who I'm talking to. I'm fairly certain no one knows what my actual accent and speech sounds like at this point. Same here, but I'm East Asian. My personality kinda changes along with the language I'm using too. Just mess with people. I once had an East Asian customer with the deepest, thickest Jamaican accent I've ever heard. I was waiting for my TA one day, and in walks a cute young Korean woman. I thought, well, even if the class sucks, I'll have a cute colleague to have a drink with after. Then out of her mouth dropped the thickest Minnesotan accent I've ever heard. I visibly triple-ticked, and she laughed, saying she gets that all the time. That I don't care about my grades. I care, but I can't stop myself from procrastinating and not getting stuff done, so I just play it off like I don't care. Ugh, I have this problem too. It's so stupid because it's mostly me lying to myself. Oh, you don't care about grades, then waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat panic because I have procrastinated to no end. I'll look at the material and get overwhelmed because it's too much work and then keep procrastinating. It's an endless cycle. Exactly, I get a packet due in a month and sit down the first day I get it thinking how easy this'll be if I just work on a little bit every day, but I don't work on it at all and end up doing it all in one night and getting no sleep. Set limits on yourself. I know, you've probably heard it before. Break the task up into smaller bits. If it's due in a month, break it into 20 pieces and work one a day. No fun activities until their one task is complete. Work for 40 to 50 minutes, then change tasks to something else that needs to be accomplished, chores, cooking, etc. Honestly, that helps. Won't solve it overnight, but it will get you on the right path. Confidence. I always give off that leader energy when I actually lack self-esteem and I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I just don't like asking for help or bothering others, so everyone thinks highly of me when it's all just a facade. Me. Day job. You're really good in front of the client. Will you lead this meeting? I'm the most junior on the team. Night job. You're a really great server. You're so good with people. Friends. You're so confident. I don't know how you do it. Inside. Oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? How? I can't. Oh fuck, they're looking at me. What did they say? Shit 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 shit. Internal tears flow because I'm now freaking out about what this means I need to do now, and I just wanna cry myself to sleep in the corner like the emotionally stunted eccentric lady I am. Me out loud. I sure will, no problem. Oh thank you, I appreciate that. IDK, I just do it. Confidence. A fake identity ends up being your real identity if you've lived it long enough, because any identity we have is just a construct. It's a choice. YouTube comment 2019. Being nice. I have some pretty mean and dickish tendencies naturally, but I do my best to be nice to everyone in spite of myself. Well, I think if you make a conscious effort to be nice to people and not let some darker tendencies take over, that legit makes you a nice person. We all have a dark side in us, but what I think really counts is how we act and behave towards others. Patience. On the inside, I'm screaming at you to hurry up. On the outside, I'm saying, no, it's fine. Take your time. For real, I get it. Take your time, dear, smiley face. Empathy. I care about my loved ones, but when my co-worker's marriage is falling apart and they're confiding in me, I really just don't care. However, most people I know think I'm super caring. As a very spontaneous person, this is scary. Like, does everyone around me have a fake personality? Do people pretend to care about me or my interests to avoid awkwardness? Thanks for the existential crisis, y'all. Don't worry, people generally overestimate how good they are at fake caring. You probably pick up on it instinctively most of the time, when it happens. I often feel uncomfortable around people who are too nice, because it's disingenuous and fake. There is a difference between being nice and being kind, and I much prefer the latter. You can pick up on genuine kindness pretty easily too. It's more subtle and will go with the person's actions. Also, Reddit is skewed towards a very specific demographic. Don't worry about mean people who vent here because they can't do it anywhere else. All of it. I subconsciously make up a persona for every different person/group I meet and subsequently maintain the ruse when in appropriate company. Then, when conflicting individuals come together, I get real weird. Edit. A quick edit to say the discussion stemming from this has been really interesting. Many of the replies have commented on the psychology behind the behavior as well as the good and bad points. It's nice to see camaraderie and criticisms in the comments. That said, I am currently in work and would like to take the chance to properly read and respond when I can smile. That I care about stuff. Most of the times it's hard for me to care about anything, but pretending to care makes the people around me happy and it doesn't really take a toll on me. Edit. My first award on Reddit. Thank you, kind stranger. Edit. I do not care much for the award, but you got to appreciate someone who just awarded you something. I fake empathy all the time in my job. Since I work in accounting, you'd think I have it down, but I've had a couple of client complaints in the past. I make sure bank accounts aren't drained, and all you really have to do is not give out your personal information to every website you come across. Too often though people do. Then they freak out about weird charges 2 days after they gave their CC information to a person asking for it on the phone. These aren't even elderly people. Simplest thing you can do to avoid seeing me is keep tabs on your credit, watch for weird accounts, and be super cautious about giving away personal info. Being professional with professionals. It's so confining and restricting, and goddamn frustrating. But I have no choice but to do it. I actually prefer it. Like, we are not interacting socially for fun. I don't give a shit about those people and don't want to. And the fact that we have guidelines and restrictions telling us exactly how to communicate makes the whole thing easy. It's good that it's not personal, cause how could it be? Keep my personal life outside of work, because of course I wouldn't personally choose to be there and do that shit. We do it cause it's our job. Professionalism is in that way honest. What I hate is those we're all family and friends company culture nonsense, or even clients who pretend they are cool and casual. That type is always the one who knows no boundaries, harasses all the time, and overall is just homicide inducing. Being shy. There's some people that don't get to see my outgoing personality because I don't want them to. It's not about meeting strangers or anything, but if I have a bad experience or you do something I don't agree with, I can't feel comfortable around you, so I just be passive and quiet. My optimism. In reality I'm very pessimistic, but I don't want people to worry about me, so I pretend I'm happy and see the good side of everything, when in reality I worry about the negative side of everything. Being nice about people's kids. Like the type of people that shove their kids' pics in your face at work and say, "Look at this, isn't it just the cutest?" And I'll play along, but damn do I not care. I don't show my kids off like they're some trophies, and yes, I still love them and am proud of them, which some people question when I say that. They're just really nobody's business other than mine, my family, and my close friends. Unfortunately, a lot of it, especially when first meeting people, I tend to mirror their personality traits and interests in order to be liked, whether they depict my personality or not. Your kid is very cute and I am very happy that you have what you want. Oh, look, you're showing me another picture. Oh, okay, we're back to talking about your kids. I don't give two flying fucks on a giraffe about your children. I just don't care about that part, and I have to fake it very hard to even act like I give one damn. Because I don't. Not one. That I'm fearless. I do things in my life that are out of my comfort zone, scary, and sometimes dangerous. People automatically assume that I'm not afraid to do these things, but that is very far from the truth. I am afraid. I could tell them, but during my childhood I was taught that showing fear is a weakness, and I can't seem to get rid of this lesson. Admitting my fears is my biggest fear, and would be my bravest act, but I'm just not ready to do it yet. Maybe one day. I always try to look happy. I really want to tell my friends how I actually feel, but I'm afraid that they'll treat me differently and feel like they're obligated to be with me. Curiosity and interest. I don't know how to hold a conversation and it freaks me out to socialize, so I pretend I am deeply fascinated by other person and keep asking questions about their subject, faking my facial reactions along the way just to keep them talking so I don't have to talk. People say I'm a good listener and it makes me feel bad. A girl I did this to a few weeks later sincerely exclaimed that I'm her best friend now out of the blue to everyone. I felt like a horrible person because somehow my actions felt wrong.